Is this thing on? Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear the music? Let me know if everything's working fine. Let me know if everything's good in the hood. Thank you everyone for joining the chat already. Big ups to Mike Briggs in the house. I believe that we're live. Just waiting for an update from you guys on the audio of the microphone and the music as well. Just waiting for someone to let me know. I'm live. Audio's okay. I've got the music on quietly. Okay, hear you. Okay, music is pretty low. Don't hear anything from the door. I've just turned it down. It's just intro music, you know? What about now? I wanted to do like a, you know, like background music I could talk over. All right, mic is great though. That's the main thing. I'm sure you can hear the music as well. All right, well, let's get started then. So today we have got a wonderful collab live stream and we've got 6 tracks to get through today. I didn't actually know how many people would submit, and actually 6 is quite a good number because it's not easy to organise collabs and in such a short space of time. Hello Kerry, hello Phobos, everyone from the Discord. I love you guys all very much. Thank you so much for being a part of this absolutely amazing drum and bass squad community. And we're going to get started in just 2 minutes time. But I'm going to quickly get my tea because it's just brewing. And I'm also going to just let you guys know that we have a special sale on just during the live stream. So this is going to... This sale is going to end at the end of the live stream. So if you want an artificial music t-shirt, you can have €5 off. Or if you want my new sample pack, you can also get that for €5 off. Only during the stream though. The sale will finish afterwards. So I'll let you think about that. If you don't want to buy something, which is fine, then and you haven't subscribed to our label, go and give our label a follow on SoundCloud if you can, and Instagram as well if you want. But I'll give you guys 2 minutes to do that, and I'm just going to get my tea. Okay, so now you guys have hopefully all made me a millionaire. I can start building the music production palace in Zimbabwe for us all. Yeah, you can have all my tracks €5 off as well. So I'll basically pay you €4 or $3.50 for buying a track. Then shall I? Anyway, let's get to it. Let's get to the music. Oh, blimey! All right, that was very unprofessional, wasn't it? Okay, so we've got a wonderful selection of tracks today, and we're going to start off. These are in no particular order. We're going to start off with a collab from Caliban and Adonai, which is apparently is a D&B metal collab. So, without further ado, here is In My Head by Caliban and Adonai. Wow, that was wonderful, wasn't it? We had a lot of head banging for that one from me, and I think everyone in the chat. Andy D says reminds me a bit of a UK band from the 90s called Pitch Shifter. I loved that actually. The vibe was dope. I also agree with something Rekheev said, and I think someone else said as well that the drums could cut through. Ian also said that, both Ian and Rekheev, I think. The drums could cut through a bit more Yeah, the mix down's not quite there yet in the low end, to be completely honest. It could have a lot more clarity, and definitely getting that kick to really cut through the basses and everything more boldly. You know, I think being a lot bolder with the sidechain and just really sculpting out a much bigger block of space for that kick to really come through is going to just level up that mix down. It's almost there. It just needs a couple of like tweaks in the low end, and then it will be great. But that would be the main one. Get that kick to really come through, because it's not quite coming through yet. Once it comes through, everything else is going to become a lot easier. And yeah, perhaps the relationship between the bass and the guitar, maybe a little bit of extra EQing, checking the low end on the guitar, if you could maybe take a little bit off, something like that. But yeah, just a bit of tidying up the main low end parts of the elements, but the rest of it's the vibe is all there, and everything else is balanced in the mix. It's just about sculpting out a bit more low end power, you know. But that's easily done. The rest of it sounds great. Yeah, great way to start off the stream. Something very, very different, and yeah, something very unique. Thank you to Caliban from my Discord as well. Big ups to you for all of your support. And Caliban, of course, as you guys may already know or may not know, just dropped a free download for the label today as well. And you can listen to that on the YouTube channel, and you can download it for free on SoundCloud. You basically just have to follow our label on Instagram, and then you can download it for free, and that helps us to grow the label a bit as well. So appreciate that. Let us continue today then, because we've got 6 tracks to get through. And next up we have a loyal student of mine, Byron from Canada, living in Australia. Mr. Goodcat is his name, and he's collaborated with a person I'm not familiar with called Burn, and they've created a song called The Traveller. So let's see where we will be transported to on this sonic journey. Oh, it's just flowing right out of me today. Let's go. By the way, I've got lots of props today. So the first prop was the fan. Now we're going to move on to a second fan.
Replaying audio logs from 21 to 34 AD. Welcome, traveler. The city awaits your exploration. Initiating lockdown protocol.
Oh, I love that one. Really love that. I think that's my favourite one I've heard from Mr. Good Cat. Mr. Good Cat's one of those students where he's surpassed, it's like I've told him too much and now he's gone on to become a competitor and now I need to snipe him out. Yes, very, very, very nice. I can't really say anything bad about that one, to be honest. That was really got my fans going. Great work, Mr. Good Cat and Burn. Yeah, that was epic. You got some great comments there. And great use of the think break as well, which is, as Ian rightly pointed out, a classic drum break used in loads of jungle and D&B. And thank you, Kerry, for questioning that. And I think Ian's going to make a short history of different drum and bass breaks documentary specifically aimed at the education of Kerry. So I think that's going to be a video upload on YouTube that you'll see soon that we're going to make Ian do, because he's got a lot of knowledge of past drum and bass history, I believe. Anyway, without yes, it's not fair. You can't come back at me because this is a one-way stream when I've got a microphone and camera and you've got nothing apart from a keyboard, so it's a bit unfair, so I'm sorry. Anyway, that was epic. I really enjoyed that. I can't give you any feedback for that because it was just great. It was really good. Yeah. Educate Me, Ian. That's going to be a new series on YouTube coming soon, where we all ask Ian questions and he drops gems for us. Okay, this is a little shorty number, little short and sweet one. I think it's very much a work in progress, so have mercy upon them. But I'm really glad they were able to submit something anyway, and hopefully they'll continue it either way. So, wow, this is exciting. We've got, Rekheev, long-time Discord supporter, as well as Xenopath. Actually, Xenopath, that's a side story, but you guys are both legends anyway. So, wow, okay, sorry, I'm rambling. Let's get on with it. Let's just get on with it. Emulate by Rekheev and Xenopath. Let's go. that was really, really cool. I like that a lot. Lot of work to be done still, but the idea was amazing. There's really great. Oh, the drums at one point sounded delicious. Obviously that you can kind of hear like in the first drop, there's a bit of like rumbly, muddy stuff in the mix down, like with the bass. You know, it's a bit overwhelming. Like it's sort of muddying things up a bit. And then there's like a part later where it all like sort of cleans up and becomes like more like just clean sounding again, you know. But I think you guys will work through that mix down issue. You got the sounds in there. It's just a case of tweaking them around a bit until they properly fit the mix down, you know. But it's I hope you guys continue it though, because it sounds like a great song. It just needs a little bit of mix down work, really. The vibe was awesome. It definitely had a Rekiv vibe to it, but I also felt the Xenopath vibe as well, with some of the sort of the way the timing was going on, because Xenopath's timing is quite unique in the way that he times his bass lines. So good stuff. Keep working on it. I know it's in early days still. I reckon that's going to be a great one when it's finished. Yes, well, you know, that brings us to already the halfway point, guys. And I know this is a bit of a shorter stream than we usually are used to with the feedback streams. That's why I'm trying to ramble a bit to increase the length so it's a bit more entertaining. But yeah, I guess that we should just continue. Everyone else who's not part of the stream, who's watching, thank you for watching. If you guys don't know, I've just released a brand new sample pack, which is wicked. It's the biggest sample pack I've made so far. I've got 200 samples. It's on sale now, just during this live stream, and then it won't be on sale again afterwards. Same with the label t-shirts as well. The links for those are down below. Let me stop shilling things now and let's continue. Subfuse and 9 Wrenches, both loyal Discord members, both from the United States of... have mercy on us. Yes, the United States of America, sorry. Subfuse and 9 Wrenches. Oh yeah! I think you've titled it Oh Yeah. I think that's what you called it. Oh yeah, let's go. Subfuse, 9 Wrenches. I can't wait for this. This is going to be very, very interesting. What did you guys think of that? I thought that was epic. I think that was a great collab. I've been really impressed actually because I can feel a slight improvement from Xenopath by working with Rekiv. When it comes to the first two, Caliban and Adonai, I don't know who Adonai is, and also when it comes to Mr. Goodcat and Burn, I don't know who Burn is, but that collab was sick though. But yeah, with the Rekiv and Xenopath one, I definitely feel like that was a step in the right direction once the mixdowns like pop in. But with that one there, the Subfuse and 9 Wrenches, I definitely feel like that one has leveled both of you up. So I think that one has been definitely beneficial for collabing. You know, I wanted to do this stream so that you can improve your production by learning a bit from someone else, because it's something that used to help me a lot with my progress and leveling up. Yeah, I'll just put my Patreon link in there for you. Flat White, you can actually join. You can become a member on my Patreon for free. So if you go over there, go over to the Patreon and just click become member or something. You don't have to subscribe for money, and then you'll get updates. And when I do like feedback streams and live streams, you know, sometimes open it to public. Like this one was open to public, so you'll know then if it's, you know, you don't actually always have to be in Discord, but usually we do it through the Discord. It's just you know, sometimes I'll want more people to get involved. In that case, if you're a free member on Patreon, just go and join it for free now. Then you'll see when like upcoming events and things happen more easily, rather than relying on your YouTube algorithm to spontaneously show you a video from me once every 2.5 months. All right, let's continue. Burn is from Cali. From Cali? Oh, California. I thought you were Cali, Colombia. That's a city in Colombia I went to before. But I think he's had mentoring with me. Really? Okay. I can't remember that. I've taught so many people, it's difficult to remember everyone, apart from the regulars. But yeah, sorry, it's rambling. That was epic. I managed to get loads of washing up bubble liquid all over my equipment, so that's cool. I think everything's still working. Yeah, that was great though. That was great. Really enjoyed that. Honestly, that was sick. Wow. Let's continue then. I didn't put these in any order, but I'm secretly really, really excited for the last one, because that's going to be, well, I'm really keen to hear what's happened there. But anyway, let's continue now. We've got Phobos and Deimos. I think you've called it Blank Space, the track. And is that, I think it was your brother or your cousin or someone that you collabed with, or a friend? I can't remember. But yeah, Phobos, loyal patron supporter, thank you for all your support, my G. Let's see what you've been up to. Amazing work there, Phobos. I really, really like the mix down on that one, mate. I think that's the best I've heard from you so far. It felt really, really clean and like a bit sort of more professional than your previous tracks I've heard. It felt like a bit more of a roller. Yeah, man, that was great. That was great. I would, yeah, just like to commend you for that. I don't really want to give you much feedback on that, you know, because it sounds good, man. It sounds really, really clean. Reki says the kick could go harder in this part. I think he's talking about a different part, but on the whole, I thought the kick sounded great, and the drums sounded great. They're coming through really cleanly. Yeah, really, really clean mix down, man. I really, really like that. Definitely. Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. Let's continue then. It's going quite quickly today, isn't it? But what we'll do is we'll do another feedback stream soon. I'm here all summer, so I'll have a bit more time. I can do another feedback stream, like a solo one. We could do another solo stream at the beginning of next month already, probably beginning of July or something like that. So we can have the solo streams always get way more submissions because it's everyone's got solo tracks they can throw in, haven't they? So. So here, let's have the... All right then, Ian, come on, let's have the little disclaimer, public disclaimer. Ours is still an ideas storm, so we're looking for some feedback on the direction. Okay, let's see if through the groupthink and the hive mind of the chat, we can give some direction for this last sausage then. From Ian, Jay, Koba, my G, who's been a bit quiet. I'm not sure if he's with us today. And Ride, who's also a bit quiet. But anyway, 3 of the most legendary legends in my Discord coming together to create some kind of pyramid of truth. Let's see what happens. I can't wait for this. This is going to be epic. That's awesome. That's awesome, guys. I really like that. That was sick. I love that little that cheeky little arp that you've got. I think that should definitely be a keeper. I think that's like tying it all together a bit, you know. Obviously, yeah, there's a bit of a separation between like the bass ideas, like that kind of more aggressive high end one that comes back in, you know, on the third 16 or whatever. It's just like came like really like powerful high end, like was very unbalanced to the one before it, you know, so they felt like they weren't like related so much yet. So it's just the processing, really. You can get all of them to fit with just more processing, just like refining the sounds a bit, you know, putting some layers on them on some of the bass sounds and things, like convoluting things a bit more. You can get them all to tie together, but you've got a great concept for a track there, especially with the ARP thing. Definitely finish that one. The drums could be like a bit more modern as well. I think like it seems like it's like a bit of a really like old school break. You could probably get away with like still using that, but just make it more modern. Probably just through layering and stuff again. You could probably layer on like a bit of a snare layer and some extra high end stuff on the drums to give them a little bit of a more professional finish. You know, they feel like just slightly outdated still, but it's mostly because they lack like a bit of extra work on them, I think. Like they're kind of like quite nice and punchy and old school feeling, but you could give them a little modern edge with a little bit of high end somewhere, I think. Andy D says, love the growly synth. Yeah, Rekib's got a cool idea. If you're having trouble with the ideas, maybe all three of you could try to rearrange the track with all the elements you have right now, then compare and maybe new ideas will come. You'd have like, maybe you'll have too many ideas, so that could be also a problem. But yeah, I really like it. I think it needs to be finished either way, whatever you decide to do with it. I really like the cheeky ARP. I enjoyed the drop because it was like, it had a dirty bass, but there was a cheeky ARP on top. It was like a nice contrast, so I like that. I like the idea of the contrast of like a cheeky, almost a bit happy ARP with a really dutty bass underneath. It's like quite jarring in a quite cool way. So I think that's my favourite part of it. Yeah, just extra processing on the sounds and like making the drums a bit more modern. And then just, yeah, thinking about how you can tie those sort of main different ideas together a bit more smoothly. But it does kind of work together. You can get all of that what you've got to like feel like it's fitting as one through like processing. Yeah, it was Ride's happy high energy versus me, Cobra dark and dirty, lol. Well, yes, not the longest stream today. It's been a bit under an hour today, but it was a one-off idea for the Collab stream. I hope that it was still fun for you guys to participate in. Yeah, but it's been great. I really enjoyed that. So I'm going to have to wrap this stream up now already, because otherwise I could sit here and just ramble, you know, nonsense at you for 15 minutes. But I don't think you'd probably want to. I think you'd probably rather get on with your weekend now, wouldn't you? But yeah, great work, guys. Thank you for all the submissions. Yeah, thank you for being a part of the community and just being legends. Yeah, really, really enjoyed that. I'll leave you with one final plug again. I'll leave these on sale for another 10 minutes or so in case you want to grab them after the stream. Much appreciated. Get yourself a t-shirt and a new sample pack on sale. I'll leave that up for another 10 minutes or so, and then until 6 o'clock, so 15 minutes. I'll take that sale off in case you want to support. If you haven't got any money, but you haven't followed us on SoundCloud or Instagram yet, the label, go and do that if you can. It will really help us out. And yeah, that's it for today, my G's. Thank you so much. And we'll do a live stream again soon. Like I said, I've got some more time this summer, so not any crazy traveling plans at the moment. So we'll do another live stream soon and do a yes, thank you, Andy, for the extra promo there. We'll do another live stream soon, but we'll do a solo one next so we can have a bit of a longer stream. Thank you to our moderator, Rek Eve. I think he didn't have much of a tough job today, but that's good. So Have a great weekend, everyone. Love you very much. Stay productive. Stay safe. Enjoy life. Make banging music. You know what to do.